Hello friends, welcome to the 14th part of the MCQ series of Modern History of Odisha. In this part, there are 20 MCQs with explanations which include very important facts and information which are very much relevant for all competitive examinations. So, let us start. Here is the first question. The Great Famine of Odisha occurred in the year 1856, 1866, 1857, 1877. The right answer is 1866. The famine began in October 1865 due to an acute shortage of food grains in Odisha's market. Although the Puri collector had informed Odisha's commissioner of this alarming situation, but the commissioner on the other hand didn't take any relief measures but rather informed the Bengal government about the sufficiency of food grains in Odisha at that time. Question number 2. The Great Famine of 1866 is also gone in history as Naanka because it was the 9th worst famine that hit Odisha, took place in the 9th renal year of Gajapati Divya Singhadev, took place in the 9th year of British rule in Odisha, none of the above. The right answer is B. It is called Na Anka because it took place in the 9th renal year of Gajapati Divya Singhadev. Question number 3. Who among the following was the commissioner of Odisha during the famine of 1866? H.B. Impe, A.B. Cumberledge, T.E. Ravensa, George Campbell. The right answer is T.E. Ravensa. Thomas Edward Ravensa was the commissioner of Odisha at the time of Great Famine. He was an educationist. The establishment of Ravensa College at Cuttack is the main contribution of T.E. Ravensa for the spread of higher education in Odisha. Question number 4. Which of the following was not a cause of famine 1866 in Odisha? Careless export of food grains, inefficient government machinery, abolition of salt monopoly, closure of Jagannath temple. The right answer is closure of Jagannath temple. According to the report of the Famine Inquiry Commission, in addition to certain unavoidable circumstances, such a catastrophe was caused by administrative authorities' negligence and errors by certain individual officers. Question number 5. Who among the following was the collector of Puri during the famine of 1866? Ramakwai Chatterjee, G.N. Barlow, T.E. Ravensa, Sir Cecil Beedon. The right answer is G.N. Barlow. G.N. Barlow was the collector of Puri during the famine. He had drawn the government's attention to the famine, but the government, especially the commissioner of Odisha, T.E. Ravensa, ignored his warning and didn't take any step to deal with the situation. Question number 6. About what fraction of total population of Odisha succumbed to premature death during the famine of 1866? 1/2, 2/3, 1/3, 1/4. The right answer is 1/3. According to government estimates, the mortality rate during the Great Famine was around 10 lakh or nearly 1/3 of the province's population. Question number 7. In which year an inquiry commission was formed to inquire into the causes of the Great Famine? 1866, 1868, 1869, 1871. The right answer is A. 1866. In December 1866, by the order of the Secretary of State for India, an inquiry commission was formed to inquire into the causes, circumstances and extent of the famine. Question number 8. Who among the following headed the Famine Commission in 1866? George Campbell, T.E. Ravensa, W.E. Merton, H.L. Dampier. The right answer is A. George Campbell. The inquiry commission comprised of 3 members headed by George Campbell. The Odisha Famine Commission submitted its report on 6th April 1867. Question number 9. Who among the following was not included in the commission to look into the causes of famine of 1866? George Campbell, T. E. Ravenshaw, W. E. Morton, H. L. Dampier. The right answer is T. Ravenshaw. The Famine Commission of Odisha was comprised of 3 members. George Campbell was the president. The other 2 members were W. E. Morton, H. L. Dampier. T. Ravenshaw was the commissioner of Odisha division at that time. He was not a member of the inquiry commission. Question number 10. Who was the Secretary of State in British India during this Great Famine of 1866? Viscount Camborne, the Earl de Grey, Sir Stafford Northcote, the Duke of Argyll. The right answer is Viscount Camborne. Viscount Camborne was the Secretary of State for India from 6th July 1866 to 8th March 1867. Question number 11. Who was the Viceroy of British India during the Great Famine of 1866? Lord Elgin, Lord Lawrence, Lord Northbrook. The office of the Viceroy was not created in 1866. The right answer is B. Lord Lawrence. Sir John Lawrence served as Viceroy of India from 1864 to 1869. The post of Viceroy was created under Government of India Act 1858 after the Great Revolt of 1857. Lord Canning was the first Viceroy of India. Who was the ruler of Angul princely state when it was taken over by the British? Gopinath Singh, Loknath Singh, Vishwanath Singh, Somnath Singh. The right answer is Somnath Singh. The Prince of Angul, Somnath Singh, had secretly sheltered the tribal leaders who rebelled against the British. This was his way of defiance to the authoritative colonial regime. Question number 13. In which year Angul was brought under the direct administration of the British? 1828, 1838, 1848, 1850. The right answer is 1848. While reacting to the British interference in his internal administration, the ruler of Angul, Somnath Singh, often punished the poor natives to ascertain his power and position. He also defied the government order. In 1831, he occupied some villages of Dasapalla. In 1846, a village of Hindol was also occupied by him. These were acts to ascertain his independence and to challenge the British. However, he was portrayed in the colonial narrative as an oppressive ruler. On the pretext of maladministration and excessive oppression, the British annexed Angul and deposed ruler from the throne in 1848. Question number 14. Which of the following was not a cause of the lack of spread of Western education in Odisha under British rule? Lack of university, lack of communication, high cost of education in the far off land, lack of proper mindset among the Odias. The right answer is D. Lack of proper mindset among the Odias. Question number 15. In which year the Anglo Vernacular School, the first English school of Odisha, came up? 1823, 1820, 1819, 1813. The right answer is 1823. In matters of education, no interest was shown by the British East India Company for a long time after Odisha came under their control. The missionaries became active to spread Christianity in Odisha. To achieve this objective, they felt the need of educating their Odia converts on reading and writing, particularly reading the New Testament, which was obligatory for every Christian to read daily as a custom of the Christians. So they established an English charity school at Cuttack as early as 1823. Question number 16. Who among the following Christian missionaries wrote Odia grammar, history and Geography and Odia Primer. William Bampton, James Peck, Amos Sutton, Charles Lacey. The right answer is C. Amos Sutton. In 1831, Sutton wrote an introductory grammar of Oriya language, the first Oriya grammar book ever printed. Amos Sutton was an English general Baptist missionary to Odisha. He also published the History in 1839 and Geography 1840, then compiled the first dictionary of Oriya in the year 1841 to 43. Question number 17. In which year the first printing press of Odisha was set up by the missionaries? 1817, 1823, 1827, 1837. The right answer is 1837. The missionaries established the first printing press of Odisha at Cuttack in 1837. Question number 18. Which of the following was the earliest Odia journal brought out by the missionaries? Prabodha Chandrika, Jnanaruna, Utkala Deepika, Arunodaya. The right answer is B. Arunodaya. The earliest Odia journal, Jnanaruna, was brought out by the missionaries in 1849. Further, they brought out two other Odia journals, Prabodha Chandrika in 1856 and Arunodaya in 1861. Which of the following is believed to have been the first Odia newspaper even before the publication of Jnanaruna by the Christian missionaries? Odia Samachar, Ama Patrika, Kujibara Patrika, Utkala Deepika. The right answer is C. Kujibara Patrika. A monk named Sadhu Sundar Das published the first Odia newspaper, Kujibara Patrika, in 1837. Question number 20. During the British rule, the first government school came up in the year 1830, 1836, 1841, 1852. The right answer is 1836. In 1836, the British opened the first government English school. Sorry, the questions should be read as not only the first government school but the first government English school. So in 1836, the British opened the first government English school at Puri. Although the Cuttack English School was established in 1823-24 by the Christian missionaries, its management was transferred to government in 1836. That is why Cuttack Missionary School became popular and Puri English School was closed after 2 years of its inception. So this is the last question of this series. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe the channel if you want